All right, Black women, if you have a move abroad dream, but you don't have the move abroad money and you want to talk about ways that you can get the money to live the dream, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Exodus Summit YouTube channel. This is a YouTube channel for Black women who are interested in moving abroad or taking a career break abroad or bopping around the world as a nomad. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, please. We're going to introduce ourselves. And while we do that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, please, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified when we post a new video or when we do go live. Welcome. All right, Rashida, do you want to introduce everyone?
I would love to. Hi. Do I go first or does guest go first? I'll go first. Hi, my name is Rashida Dow, and I am the co-founder of Exodus Summit and the co-host of Exodus Summit, the YouTube channel. If Exodus Summit is in the name, I'm the co-something of it. I am a career break coach and move abroad coach who's lived in Mexico City since 2019. And my passion is helping women leave jobs and situations that don't deserve them to go find their joy wherever it is around the world. I am here with my other the co to my co, Miss Stephanie Perry.
That's me. I'm a house sitter. I have been bopping around the world, since 2015, and I have lived in Bogota, Colombia since last week. Thank you. New house, who dis? All right, so we're talking to a special guest today. Coach VETT is going to introduce herself, but please, VETT, introduce yourself to everyone, and then we'll fill in some details as well.
Okay, it sounds good. Well, one, thank you for having me. I appreciate it, Stephanie and Rashida. You guys are amazing. But I am Coach VetJet, and what I do is I help women find an easy way to navigate their career, right? And I find ways to help them make six figures easily. So that's my main mission, to make it easy for women without all the stress and hassles. Also doing leadership coaching, helping you find your place and your voice when it comes to leadership, and doing that with ease, and just dispelling a lot of myths about careers and about how you as a woman can make six figures.
I'm gonna start off with love. This is a loving comment right now. A lot of times when people talk about the easy way to make six figures online, you look behind the curtain and it's that bullshit. How are the women that you're working with making six figures? How do we know that you're not just out here, Mr. Wizard of Oz, in your green behind the curtain, lying to us all? Because so many people say it.
Okay. Then that is a good question. One, I've done it and I've seen other people do it, right? So I've lived the six-figure life. I still live the six-figure life. And I really discovered the easy way to do it and how to help women do it as well. Now, to be honest with you, there's going to be bullshit in a lot of places, no matter where you go. And I always tell I'm very, very transparent about that. I'm going to help you make six figures easily, find the easy path without always climbing the corporate ladder to be VP, but I can't help what people do behind the scenes, right? And I also have a lily pad approach. If it doesn't work, go somewhere else. So that's my big thing as well. If it doesn't work, don't try to fix it. Leave and go somewhere else and take those same skills with you and go somewhere else until you get what you need. You get what you need and get on. And that's really my approach to it all. So if you get there and you find like, this is a lot of bullshit, well, let's find somewhere else to go and don't stay there. Get your money, get as many paychecks as you need, and let's go. So that's my approach to it.
So your approach is like career, helping them advance in their career, not necessarily like how to make six figures selling, I don't know, snake oil with no work at all. Like you're not.
No.
Okay.
No. I don't do that. Okay. I used to sell stuff, but that's not one of the things, right? Like I'm not going to help you with a pyramid scheme and I'm not selling you cosmetics. I'm giving you easy certifications that help you stack your resume easily. So now I'm not going to tell you go be a PMP. No, that takes forever. No, that's hard. But there's 3 certifications I personally teach that are easy that you can do on a weekend, and it just looks good on your resume, and it builds your knowledge, and it builds your toolkit and your repertoire. So that's what I teach. I teach the easy way to make money in the career field.
Okay. In their chosen career field or career field they want to be in.
I believe in a pivot. You can be anything you want to be, and I can teach you how. So I could teach you how to be anything you want to be. Now, where I stop, Rashida, is I don't teach people how to be doctors. Now, if you want to do brain surgery, I cannot help you except go to school for a very long time. That's where I tell women. That's where I draw the line. That brain surgery. But
Okay.
anything else, that's easy. But brain surgery, heart surgery, I can't help you if it.
Okay.
Has to do
But
with
these
that.
bunions, you got a little something on them
I
or not?
don't do bunions either. We don't do anything with the anatomy. Let me say it like that. I don't do
Okay.
anything with an anatomy. But if you say vet, I want to go from being a teacher to being, working with projects. I could teach you how to do that without being a project manager. Now, if you got to do it. There's some work involved in it. It's the hunt, to it, but it could be done. That's the easy part.
So we know that this video is not going to be long enough for you to teach us these 3 certifications, but can you name off the 3 certifications and we
I
can point everyone to your YouTube channel?
Yes, I can. So the first, how I started off with everything was the Scrum Master certification. And I teach women how to get the Scrum Master certification. My organization, we certify people. It's not as well known as other certifications, but it's completely legit and reputable, just like, your naturally recognized certifications. And then I just got certified in mental health first aid, which is an 8-hour course. That's another certification. Then I just got certified to train in QPR, question, persuade, respond. And so you put all that together, right? And Rashid, this goes to your bullshit. When you have that bullshit on your job, because you're mentally healthy, you know how to deal with it and you know how to recognize people that have mental health issues, challenges, and disorders. So you as a woman can understand what you're dealing with will make you better, as you deal with and navigate some of these situations. So yeah, 3 certifications literally in a weekend that build your resume. And a lot of women, to be honest with you, have no certifications and they're trying to advance their career. And that is hard when you have nothing to back you and you need the money to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Can
speaking
you?
of the money to move forward, you personally have taken these certifications
Mhm.
to advance in the traditional work world.
Yes, I have.
But
Yeah.
you also are teaching women how to do that, which takes you out of the traditional work world and means that you're also in the coaching space, in the
Exactly.
entrepreneurship space. Why
Exactly.
do
Yeah.
that? So why, if you're doing if you have these certifications, you're doing well at work, you're making money, why
Mhm.
run a business also?
Because everyone needs freedom, right? And that freedom to pivot. And the thing is, even though you're making good money, you could just look at the way the economy is right now and the current climate that we're in, you need a backup plan. So establishing your own helps you do that. And it creates a legacy so that you can pivot. I never forget I had a mentor and I asked her, like, how are you able to make these decisions and say what you say at work? Shucks, I got money on the side saved. I'm like, oh, like,
We'll
because
do
she
it.
would say anything she wanted. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, I have to like close my mouth, watch what I say. And when a woman has, 6 months, 8 months saved and stashed, you can say and do what you want. You could fire me today and I'll still be okay. And that's what a business gives a woman outside of your career, right? Because a
Mhm.
career could pay the current bills, but the business builds the dream. And that's what you want to build. You want to build that dream.
So tell us your experience building your dream, building your
Mhm.
business.
You know what? It's a build, right? There's a lot to learn in building. And I knew. I thought I was kind of business savvy, entrepreneurial savvy. It's a lot. It's a lot to learn. It's a lot to know. I always tell people have, a good accountant, because you don't know what you don't know. Have a great coach. Make sure you're in a great coaching community. And then understand your why. Like Simon Sinek says, what is your why? And what I found in business, building my business, the greatest thing was helping women to see something that they've never seen before, and giving people hope is the best part of my business, right? And understanding what that means and what that looks like based on your time, and committing to it. So there's been a lot of things that have gone into it, which I've stopped sometimes and, advanced other times, just to maintain my own mental well being. But the community of women that I will say is a tribe has been the best part of building the business.
Okay.
So you said that the business builds the dream. What's your dream? What are we working on
My
now?
dream is to be retired by 50, right? I want to be free and wake up when I feel like it and do whatever Vet wants to do when she wants to do it. And she wants to, and I look out the window, right? Like I have a beach right now, like be at the beach doing my work and whatever that is, right? And just like living my best life and living authentically according to my standards and my time frame. So that would be my dream.
Are you on track for that?
I
Yes.
am. I am. I really am. And I have to, so it's funny you said that, Rashida. I have to stop adding things, right? Because that dream kind of changes. So like some days I'm like, oh yes, this is it, so
Mhm.
it's not a straight path always,
Mhm.
Some days I do want to get back into corporate America and like climb the corporate ladder just to say I did it. And I may still do that, right? But I have to make sure that the dream doesn't get deferred, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah, so a lot of Black women
Mm,
continue to climb the corporate ladder
mm,
because we want to make sure from the outside that it looks like we're
mm.
doing it, right? Looks like we're doing something.
Yeah.
On the other side, building your own business for a lot of women can be so scary because they think of it as giving up on all the other work that they've done.
Okay. Okay.
Right. I put in
Yeah.
all this work to climb this and get these certifications and get these degrees and get these things. Now,
Mm,
if I start out something on my own, whether it's
mm,
related to the work I already do or not, it look to other people like I'm failing or like I'm
Mhm.
starting over. Did
yeah.
you have any concern about that? Was you climbing the corporate ladder at all related to Black excellence and Black women thinking that we have to be the best? And did you have concern when it was time to start a business that that would reflect differently on your?
Yes, all that is true, right? Because according to Black excellence, if you don't have a certain degree with a certain house, with a certain type of car, you're not excellent, right? And I have to really attribute breaking down that stigma to you and Rashida. I'm like, oh, that's not Black excellence. That's Black like fatigue, So like breaking that down. And then of course your biggest, I guess, would haters would be your family and close friends, right? And I've learned over time not to care. One, they don't pay my, so I look at it real simple terms. They don't pay my bills and we're not sleeping together. And if we were, I could still pay my own bill. So it really doesn't matter because at the end of the day, people are going to say what they want to say. So I had to figure out what's more important, my happiness or what they say. And what I realized in sitting with Yvette, it was more important for me to be happy regardless of what they say. Because at the end of the day, the mortgage is still due and the car note still has to be paid. And none of them call me monthly to help me pay it. They don't call me, say, Vet, hey, I got $2,000. Let me put some on the mortgage for you. Like, but they'll call with their opinion. So my philosophy is if you don't call with paying one of my bills without me asking you to, don't call with your opinions because they don't matter. It doesn't matter in the end because it's my life to live.
Yeah.
And my
That's
life. So yeah.
that's something that we see a lot of women struggle with. It's like Stephanie said before, it's kind of you've
Mm,
done all this work and it's really hard to feel like you're walking away. But what I see for most women, and I'm gonna guess this is true in your case too, the
mm,
women aren't walking away from the skill sets they developed at work. they're bringing that with them into
Yes,
their new business.
ma'am. And that's the thing. You don't have to leave what you do behind. You take it and you build a business from it. And the best example I can give anyone is my own life, right? I spent 20 years in aviation and I've always been in leadership. And I was trying to figure out because I had to use my GI Bill, right? And it was like getting close to time was like about to run out. So I said, what am I going to get a degree in? Let me go get an MBA. Knowing I don't like numbers, knowing I don't like accounting, right? Someone said to me, "Vet, do what's easiest, do what's simple, do what you know, like in your sleep." I said, I know aviation, I know leadership. Go get a degree in aviation leadership. That was the easiest degree I ever got. It was like stealing candy from a baby. And I felt so bad because people were trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, whatever you do, this, and this. And this person gonna do this, and this. And this is what happens. But then I use that as a metaphor for my life and for my clients. Do what's easiest. Stop trying to do what's hard. Stop trying to figure out that I've never been a scrum master. Yes, you have. You've led a meeting, like you said good morning, like you've put stuff on a calendar, you move it around when it didn't match. I'm like, it's just that easy, right? And I think sometimes we don't give ourselves permission to make it just that easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah. There's an understanding that everything worth having has to be really hard.
It doesn't have to be hard. I just told my daughter earlier, I'm like, if you don't like this job, quit. I'm like, you don't have to work here. Like, I can give you $100 or you could go find another job. I'm like, you don't have to make it hard. You don't have to prove anything like I could do this. No. Like, you don't like it, quit. Do something different. Let's find what's easy. You want to do art? Go do art. Like, make it easy. Make it easy.
That's another thing that I find frequently frowned upon. Like people, especially Black people.
Yeah.
The quest for easy is so often like, you're just lazy. You're not doing enough. What about the Black excellence? What about generational wealth? And it's like, what about generational health? Right?
Exactly.
I could stay here in this job. It's killing me. But what does that do for my descendants? Right? Like what do they, if they want the money more than they want me, right? Like,
exactly.
And so there's, that's also one of the things I personally love about running my own business is that I press the easy button every day.
Exactly.
What is the easiest way? Me and my business partner every single day. What is the right? Not that we're taking shortcuts on the product we provide, but we have built a business that allows us to say, how do we do this with ease? How do we provide an excellent product with ease? And so many other Black women can do that too.
They can.
So many other people who are thinking about a business, if you create one that's tailored to the life you want to live, you create a business where you're creating an excellent product, but you know your strong suits.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to do a strengths test. Definitely going to do every personality test, right?
Nice.
Do a strengths test and figure out what's easiest for us. And then we're going to do it the easy way. And I couldn't do that at work. Right?
Wow. Yeah.
Like when I did my strengths test, our boss made us do it. And all of my strengths were in the relationship building category. So now why do I have to sit here and be analytical? Like that's not that's
not you.
Right? Like you made me take this test and you see what my results are. Why am I not just at brunch right now with a client?
Wow. Exactly. Because you could bring in more clients if that's what you did. Exactly.
Right? Why am I not on the French Riviera talking to somebody I'm passionate about? Right? Why am I struggling over all these books and documents tonight? But as a business owner, like you get to say, this is what I want to do, right? This is what I'm good at. This is what I want to do. And that has been one of the most, honestly, not just like business changing parts, but like life changing parts.
Yeah, life. Wow.
I don't know if it is the same for you, but
it is.
Yeah.
Because my strength is funny you said my strength is futuristic. I get very excited about the future and I'm positive. And I worked so hard to like try not to be positive in a lot of corporate environments because if you're positive and you're nice, you're considered weak and passive. I'm like, no, I can get an attitude and cuss you out if I want to, but that's not what I want to do. Like, I just want to be happy. Like, let me
Mhm.
be. And so I think a lot of it, Rashida, goes to people being unhealthy mentally unhealthy, right? Which is why I teach mental health first aid to help people be mentally healthy and to realize these people we're trying to please probably got some mental issues going on that has not been diagnosed and they need medicine for. So why would we sit around and please them? And why not build on what someone else, the foundation someone else already built, and take that and transform that into our own legacy? But a part of it also is being comfortable with the uncomfortable part of being a business owner. And
Yeah.
that's not catering to everyone, you know? So those are some of the challenges I've had being a business owner that, well, do you have some appointments on Saturday? No, because I got to sit down and do nothing because I'm tired, you know? Or do
Mhm.
you have something at 9 o'clock? No, because I'm about to do a video, you know? So, and understanding that, and that's just going back to understanding business, right? That everyone doesn't have the same love and intent for your business that you do, if
Mhm.
that makes sense.
So speaking of strengths and then the uncomfortable stuff, can
Mm,
you tell us, so the Exodus Summit, right?
yeah.
Exodus Summit, one of the things that really works amazingly well is a good portion of our business is seasonal.
Okay.
Good-
Ooh,
A
that's
good portion of the Exodus Summit business is seasonal. So if we don't want to work in November and December, we don't work in November and December.
I'm about
Thank
to
you.
take
We do
that
that every
strategy,
year.
ladies. It just dawned on me.
Like that?
That is snatching that. So
Yes, for 5 years we ran like pretty much a seasonal only business.
that makes sense. Thank you.
And so we tried to interview VetJet a few weeks ago, and she was on the Atlantic Ocean, no, Caribbean, on the Caribbean on a cruise ship, right?
Mhm.
So can you tell us, is there some part of your business that you know um, is designed to play to your like strengths or play to your goals or your dream life that
Yeah.
wouldn't be possible in a traditional job?
I would say the part that wouldn't be possible in a traditional job, like in the corporate sense, would be my classes. Because I love to run the workshop. So doing, and that's what I want to be able to do more of, just run workshops and teach people because that's my strength. My strength is teaching people. I love to teach people what I know. And having the traditional job will not always cater to that, right? Is it needed for some things? Yes. But from in the traditional sense, I would be limited because I can't teach all day, every day, and really help people get those certifications and develop people in the way I would like to and need to. And then part of it's coaching. It takes time to coach women, especially when you're doing it one on one. It takes time, it takes effort, energy. I think I heard Rashida saying you have to prep for it. You got to get up, you got to put on makeup, you got to get your mind right. You know, it's like, I'm like, it's a lot of work, you know, it's a lot of work behind the scenes. So, and then coaching leaders, because that's a big part of what I want to do is coach leaders to be better leaders so they can stop ruining people's lives. But that's a whole nother topic. So,
Good. Okay. So you've created this business that uh, f- fills fulfills your why. You told us your why is helping women, right? Giving them hope. Your why is you want to be retired by 50, and your why is making it easy. So you've created this business that is in support of your why, right? While using your skills and strengths.
mm-hmm.
Are you a unicorn? Is this only something you can do? Is this something that a lot of women who are watching today just it's not possible for them to do
Well, yes, I am a unicorn because somebody else told me I was, right? So, yes, I am a unicorn, but no, what I do, anyone can do. So, I really strongly believe there's no limits to what someone can be, do, or have. You just have to have the desire and a blueprint, which is what you ladies get, right? Is that blueprint to help someone get the most out of what they do and who they are. So, no, it could be replicated. It is most definitely duplicatable. Oh, I said it. I'm like, let me get that out. So I got it out. So no, I could be duplicated. And actually, Stephanie told me to duplicate myself. Man, I'm having some revelations today. So no, and that's the only way to truly be successful in this scale is to be able to duplicate yourself, right? And duplicate what you do and how you do it. with the quality, like Rashida said, of what you do.
So what did your business blueprint look like? So you said that there's a blueprint. What did yours look like? Like, what was the first iteration, the first thing that you got out into the world?
Oh wow, the first thing I got out into the world was videos, right? Just videos and content telling people that I'm here, right? Just one, letting people know that like I'm here and the doors are open, and just getting that on social media and truly having a presence. It really blossomed on YouTube. And I thank Stephanie and Rashida for that. That's where it truly blossomed, was getting that out on YouTube, and then creating the platform to offer a course, and creating that course and creating that content to deliver that to the people, and then supporting them as they develop and hone their skills. One of being a scrum master and understanding that that's something that's truly out there, that your vet just didn't make up. Like, it's real people doing it, and we just need to break into it and go get it. So that was a blueprint. And then from there, coaching women and career coaching and developing that, and then writing the resumes, because that's one of the keys. It's those keywords in the resume that a few keywords need to be changed in order for you to get and land a job.
Okay. Now, you mentioned earlier that some of the things you need in your business are community and coaching. Can we talk about how you have found those things?
Oh, yes. So, first I found Stephanie's community. I took the YouTube Success Challenge. That's how it first started. And having that community of women that had the same goal I had, just looking to build their skills. And then when you all developed I don't want to say the wrong name. Oh, then going to Exodus Summit. That was a second thing, was going to Exodus Summit. And then when you created the community now, help me with the name.
Exodus A.S.A.P?
Exodus A.S.A.P, getting in that community, right? And then being a part of that community is the Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge. And just being a part of all of those iterations helped to grow my business. And then getting in those communities like, oh yeah, I've seen you. Oh yeah, I know about you. Oh yeah, I've heard of you. And so just being there and having women support you, and people saying, yeah, I came over from Stephanie. Or yeah, I saw you, and Rashida was talking about you. So, and just having that community, and those were the steps to get my business honestly off the ground to where it is now. So we still have some more building to do, but that's it's lifted, right? It's lifted. It's flying.
That's awesome. We've been running the Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge for at least 4 years, I want to say. 5 years?
I'd say 4.
4? Okay. 4 years. And I will say that since the beginning, one of the things that we have always talked about is the value of this community of Black women, whether it's 30 people in there or 50 people in there, knowing what you do and knowing your level of passion about what you do, and the heart and the skills and the talent behind what you do, because those are the people who are now going to be out there telling other people, I know somebody who can help you be a scrum master, right? Those are the people who know exactly what you do. Your friends and family might not know what you do. Some of my friends are like, girl, I don't know. You just be on the internet. Like, I don't know what you do, right?
Yes, exactly.
But when you get in there with that coaching in that community, you have those women who can say that that's who you need to talk to.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. And that goes back to what you asked me earlier about how do you overcome what your family is saying or your friends are saying or people, is honestly being a part of the community. Because if I go tell some friends and family now that I want to move out the country, I want to live maybe 6 months abroad and then come back, they'd be like, what? Like, no, and I don't even try to explain, like, you don't understand. Let me go over here to Exodus Summit. And they get what I'm talking about. So some people like, oh, you going, and then they give you the stank out. Oh, you going to do that? Yeah, I'm going to do that because it's cheaper, Oh, you want a peace of mind? Oh, you live in the fairy tale life. I surely am. And so, like you said, being a part of that community of people that understand. And when you're growing your business, people that are natural, people that are in the workforce in corporate America will not understand you building your dream and being an entrepreneur, because they look completely different. They're completely two different mindsets and two different ways of thinking, two different ways of working. So being amongst a community of women, of Black women that understand that, is so essential to who you are, to your progression, whether fast or slow, right? The progression is what it is. And being a part of that really helps. It really does.
Okay.
So
So
if you're a Black woman watching right now and you can relate, right, to that, I want to do these things. I don't have the support. I don't have the cheering squad. I don't have the coaching. I don't have the mentorship. I don't have the community. I don't have the connection. You're invited. Join us in Exodus A.S.A.P. Exodus A.S.A.P. is our monthly membership for Black women who are ready to start planning their exodus.
Yeah,
If you want to leave the country, whether it's forever or for a little while or somewhere in between, right? And you want some support on that. And you also need to figure out, like, how am I going to financially do this?
exactly.
Um, Join us inside of the Exodus A.S.A.P. membership. That's what we do inside of that.
Mhm.
And in July 27th through August 1st, 2025, we're hosting the Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge again. We'll talk
Mhm.
about that in a minute, maybe. But the Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge is just what it sounds like. It's a 6-day challenge where you work on the most important parts of your business.
Mhm.
There are people who will spend weeks and weeks and months
Mhm.
doing the behind the scenes business stuff that
Mhm.
leads them to no clients and no money, right?
Exactly.
And no future in the business. Instead, we take 6 days and we get you clients, right? You
Mhm.
work on your system to get your business out into the world and get clients, even if it's just the first iteration, right? We talked to VETT about
Yeah,
what was the first thing you got out in the world. Even if it's just the first iteration, how do you get clients, get money? So then you can afford to do some of the other behind the scenes stuff if you need to. So you're
exactly.
welcome to join us at ExodusASAP.com. That was in the Get Your Next Free Clients Challenge just a few months ago.
Just a few months ago, yes.
so
How did I do?
you were in the first group of people who did the Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge in the Exodus ASAP membership. We did it outside of it before, but we really like it inside the membership now because it's
Yeah.
such a focused group of women. But you talked about before about the community. Talk to us, give us feedback on our coaching.
Oh
Right?
my gosh. You want me to give real feedback, Rashida?
Real feedback. Real
Real
feedback.
feedback. This is real talk. You two are some of the best women, right? I would say a true blessing. And I'm trying not to get emotional because it's hard to find women that truly care about one another and that want other people to do well and that really can give you authentic feedback. And you all gave feedback on the videos. You gave me one feedback where he's like, that's good, Vet, but what you should say is this. And it was loving, right? It wasn't mean or harsh or anything, but it was true, honest feedback. And you guys are a great pair. Just you guys work so well together, right? And you guys are the yin and the yang of one another. And then Stephanie's just like soft approach and it's like to guide the conversation back, like, well, maybe it should be this, and so you guys are really great coaches, and a lot of things I've emulated and learned because of you and the way you've handled so many women at one time with different personalities and like different tendencies, right? Um, you all handle that with such grace and precision. And it just shows up in everything you do and how you continue to show up for us in a very special way. So, yeah, you guys are great coaches. And I think more women should know about you. That would be my thing. If I had a TV show, I would put you guys on my TV show. So, I
We're
think more
manifesting
women need to know. More women need to know.
We're manifesting that. Did you, after taking the challenge, did you get 3 clients?
I did. I did. That was the great thing about it. And I got clients in a different way. And it was a lot easier to get them and have them show up. And that's why I said I need to go back again as another refresher to keep reiterating the process because sometimes you could fall back into old habits and making it harder than it needs to be. So I will always recommend people, even if you've taken it already, just doing a refresher and just to be around that community because it's fun. I've needed that, right? Just like that reboot. And so like now is a great time for even me to have a reboot and just reclimatize myself.
Listen, I believe in going to coaching programs to meet people that you want to hang out with. So coaching program is not priced for fun times. Our coaching program, our Exodus A.S.A.P is coached for I'm here to do serious work. Okay. But
Mm,
inside of that space, you also will meet people who you're going to do work with over and over and over
mm.
again. So, like inside of the Exodus Summit, the broader Exodus Summit community, you were a speaker inside of Dr. Kimani's summit this year, right? The
No, not this year. No, she was on my YouTube channel. Yeah.
Okay. You
Hmm.
get meet people that you're going to collaborate with and work with and make money with,
Hmm.
and serve people with, and transform lives with when
Yeah,
you get into a coaching program with like-minded people.
most
So yes,
definitely.
to that. But also yes to, we know what we're doing. And then
You do. You do. You do.
Sheeta and I have hosted the Exodus Summit, the annual Exodus Summit. This will be our sixth year.
Wow.
Yes. Sick.
Yeah, this will be our sixth year hosting Exodus Summit. Thousands of Black women have come to our summit thinking, I'd like to move abroad, and have
Mhm.
left the summit with their plan to move abroad.
Wow.
And
That's
so
powerful.
we know how to do that thing, and we know how to teach
Mhm.
that thing to other people, whether
Mhm.
you're is in the move abroad space or the healthy eating space or the career ladder space.
Mhm.
Right?
I love that.
Yeah. So
Very
can we talk a little bit about entrepreneurship as I want to talk about you being so nimble, right? You
true.
coming to your coaching business, knowing who you wanted to serve,
Mm,
what you want the outcome to be, but
mhm.
open about what it is that they need to get them in the door. So I'm
Okay.
going to tell this story. So on my YouTube channel, one day I said, you know what? I heard about this job called Scrum Master. It seems like something y'all would be into. It seemed Rashida would be an amazing scrum master. She just told you, listen, I want to
Mhm.
go to the clients and talk to everyone, right? And do this and do that, right? Scrum master is like you call it this, you keep saying the servant leader, right?
The
But the
servant
scrum
leader,
is
exactly.
the personality hire, is that what I
Mhm.
would, right?
Yes.
Scrum master is the personality hire.
Mhm.
And so you heard a brief snippet of this conversation and set up a paid workshop
Yeah.
where women came in, you coached them, helped so many women get certification and work on adding this to their like toolkit so
Yeah.
that they get better paying jobs.
Mhm.
That wasn't the approach that you were going to take in your business.
It was not, no.
Have you always been a flexible person, or is entrepreneurship teaching you this nimbleness, or
If I have to be one of my strengths in Clifton strengths is adaptability. So I'm very adaptable, right? So I think that's just my natural strength, but I've had to adjust that to be adaptable to other people's needs, if that makes sense. So being an entrepreneur, you adapt to what's needed at the time because everyone may need something differently, right? And that's, part of being a scrum master as well. Not every team and everyone needs you to show up the same way. So you have to be able to show up differently based on the people and the need. And yeah, that's how this whole Scrum Master came to be. I didn't think nobody. I'm like, who wants to know about that? So, but it's been like honestly one of the pillars of my organization has been the Scrum Master workshop. Which is what I'm known for and what people want the most.
yeah, so there are a lot of Black women out here watching who have a thing that you think, oh, who wants to learn about that?
Mhm.
That might be very well your ticket to retired by 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're half the year out, or I don't work 3 or 6 months out of the year. That
yeah.
might be a ticket overlooking, right?
Mhm.
Your actual skill set and what people actually want in the world could be a mistake. Open up your eyes. Hopefully, you're opening up your ears, and this conversation is helping you. Let us know in the comments if this conversation is helping you see some things
Mm.
for your own self.
Yes, most
Okay.
definitely.
What are you most excited about for this next year coming up?
I'm excited about expanding the business and making it simpler. Is that if that makes sense? Like I love what you just said. Yours is seasonal, right? So I would like to have have my business on a seasonal rotation, and I want to build a team. I want to be that person that is the boss for so many people, and that they can have a great work environment that says, man, working for strategic leadership design and coaching is amazing, right? Giving women that flexibility that if you want to work from the beach with your 3 kids, cool. If you want to work at night during the summer and the day during the winter, cool. Like I want to be that organization that we see 20 years from now that's running itself, and that, like, it was this dream and this is where it started, and I'm helping other women. And like Stephanie said, like, to have a whole company of coaches, right? Like, could you see it in a lot of places that don't look like us,
Yeah.
and we need it and we don't have it. And to have someone to be able to relate to you, is so valuable. So I would love to have a whole organization of coaches where we talk about leadership and certifications, and you come to us, and because I tell people to see, people know, if you come to me, I'm gonna tell you the secrets, the tips, and the hints that they're not telling you. That's what's different from my certification than others. They're not gonna tell you the secret. I'm gonna tell you the behind the scenes stuff, and I'm gonna tell you how to deal with so and so. That's like, so I'm gonna tell you how to get ready and be prepared for when they, come to give you too much heat, and how you can get out that frying pan real quick, and how you could be on the pivot. So that's what I want. That's what I see. That's what I'm excited about.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we have a business where the women who work inside of the Exodus Summit world I hope they have a workplace where they're like, this is nice, right? Work that I do my job. I have responsibility for my thing. I'm not micromanaged. I'm not left out here floundering. I get to do work that I get to see the impact
Yeah.
and the impact on the people that on people I like.
Yeah.
Not something where she'd always says her job used to be helping rich people get richer. Making rich people richer,
Wow.
right? Whereas inside of this business, our women get to help Black women live their dreams, right? It's amazing. It feels really good. We don't know that we intended Exodus Summit to become a company, a business like that. It was like a once a year event, and then it became more than that.
Wow, that's nice.
It's amazing to see. I don't know if you had told us in the beginning that in a few years you're going to have to bring on a team, we may not have wanted to do it. So don't if you're right now going like doesn't sound good. There are ways to serve your people and the thing that you love, the thing that you nerd out about, right? The thing that you get so excited about. There's a way to do it without having a whole team of people.
Yeah.
Like the ease of not having to do everything ourselves.
Yeah.
Right? Delegate it, work in conjunction. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
Everybody. But it's that part, the part of having, of knowing that there are women who get to make money inside of this business is fantastic. It feels really, really good.
I love it. You guys just gave me another idea. So yeah. And I like giving away stuff, like, here, you take this, you take this. So yeah, another
It's
opportunity.
really amazing that Stephanie alluded to this before, but there's a difference between having a Black-owned business and a Black business. This is a business. The owners are Black. The people who work for us are Black. The people we serve are Black, specifically Black women through and through and through.
Wow.
Because listen.
Okay.
I love helping Black women. My job right now is to help my client live their best life. I love put a Black woman in front of me. I love helping Black women live their best life. But also, there's no better customer than a Black woman.
Really?
There's no better customer than a Black woman. So being able to say, I'm here. I serve Black women daily. And I serve them by them being customers and clients. I serve them by them being people who we pay. People who pay us and people who we pay, they're both served in different ways, but they're both served. And it serves myself, right? I get to live the life I want. I never wake up and have to have a meeting with someone I don't want to talk to.
I like that.
That is my soft lie. That is my biggest flex. There is never. Why would I talk to someone I don't want to talk to? This is my business. what are we doing? This is my business, right? Like there's never there's never a Sunday night scary. I haven't had Sunday night scary in a very long time. There's never ugh. I mean, sometimes there's I don't want to go to the meeting, but I'm just because I was sitting on the couch. I was eating my plantain chips.
Nice.
Am I going to put on pants and a shirt for real?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like I
You
don't want to do this work, right? It's not I don't want to have a meeting. And I came from a place where I didn't want to have a lot of those meetings because a lot of those people, like VETT said, probably had undiagnosed mental issues, and they were trying to take them out on the Black girl.
They were.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that anymore, right? Because I serve Black women. I hire Black women. My life is full of Black women. And that means my life is full of love. My life is full of love and joy because it's full of Black women. You can have that too. You can. I believe in you. All of you watching right now. You can have that. Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. There's no when you do your own thing, when you take your skill set away from the traditional job and into doing your own thing, you can set it up to serve you. Now, a lot of times when people leave a job, leave a traditional job and start a business, they kind of replicate what they knew in that traditional, even if they hate it, even if it's killing them. Right. This is one of the reasons you get coaching, so that you don't replicate that bad stuff, so that you can and like, what do I really want this to look like? And how can I get it there instead of what I know from the previous world?
Yeah.
A thing that coaching has really helped us do, and the thing that we really help people do inside of our coaching program. Girl, what do you want?
Yes. Ooh, that's a good question.
Yes. So often we have women who, inside of the Get Your Next 2 Clients Challenge, we ask them what their business idea is. And like 2 sentences into it, they're like, I don't really want to do this, or I hate this work. And we're like, well, girl, why would you create a business around work you hate? Like, don't that sound terrible?
Very true.
Don't that sound terrible? So that's something Stephanie mentioned earlier we're good at, and we spend time on, right? Like, how do we get you away from those time wasting activities? A logo ain't gonna make you money unless you're making money. Right?
Exactly.
Let's get you away from those time wasters and get you creating a business that you actually want to work in, and get you clients that you can work for who can pay for the things like the logo and the trademark and the 17-page website.
Exactly. Oh, I love it. Love it.
So,
All right, so that we've talked about your retirement by 50. How many years do we have? What's the countdown?
Oh, it's like 2.5 years now. I'm about to be 48 in January, so I have to get on the good foot. So yeah, I have to get on the good foot. So yeah.
Retirement looks different. So do you think now that you're 47 and change, right? Do you think that retirement at 50 means you don't work anymore and you don't make any more money? Or do you think or does it mean you don't work for the man anymore and you work for yourself now? Or do you think you're not exactly sure what the word retirement means? Because we're okay with retirement meaning whatever you say it means.
And for me, retirement would mean I can work where and when I want to by choice. So because I like being around people, I like doing different things. And I notice that about me. That's just my nature, right? I can do it, but I don't have to. So retirement for me is I do it because I want to, not because I have to. So if I want a corporate job, I do it because I want to, not because I have to. Because I got like 6 years of money saved in the bank. So we good, If I want to take a longer vacation, I can. If I want to take FMLA, I can. So that's what it looks like to me, doing what I want and knowing I could walk away from anything at any given moment.
Good.
Right. That's amazing.
That's freedom.
That's freedom.
And it's so good that you've already started thinking about not just, you have 2.5 years, right, to gear up and do all the things. You've started thinking about what the next phase of your business looks like, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Right. I love seeing people transition from being like the face of their brand. Now there's a new CEO, right? And they're stepping back and they're doing something that really shows a development in business that I hope more Black owned companies, and not like, the ones on the huge ones on the shelves of stores. I'm talking about Black-owned companies like yours,
Yeah.
and maybe like you watching too. We're
Mhm.
able to grow to a place where they're like, I've done the job, I've taught the thing, I've created a good depth of employees, contractors, whatever, and I can step away and the thing can still be successful. It's
Exactly.
really
And that's
amazing.
what I want.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Most people don't talk about that. So it's really great to hear you talk about that.
Yes, that's what I want.
Yeah. Good. All right. Vet, do you think we've left anything unsaid?
I would just say keep living your dream. Like I think that's the biggest thing. And because I heard this same theme that, women are scared. Do it anyway. Like, you're
Mhm.
going to be scared. You're always going to be afraid of something, right? That was like a big thing in the military that they taught us. Like, you do it afraid and you do it scared, and you just be the best you can be. I know there's bumps and bruises along the way, but do it anyway. And it's not going to be perfect. People aren't going to be perfect, but you do it anyway, right? And you just show up as your best self and your most authentic self.
That's right.
Amazing.
So you mentioned through the challenge, you getting out and talking your talk out in the world on your channel and on other people's YouTube channels. Tell us about your YouTube channel, please.
So
And
yes, oh, thank you for asking. So my YouTube channel is geared toward Black women, helping Black women understand Scrum and understand leadership, and really showing them and teaching them a new way to work, which is easier, which is the Scrum Master. So that's like the big focus. And it's like to Rashida's point. And then we're going to move into leadership. That's like the big piece is moving into leadership. And then another aspect is career coaching. So I help women understand where they want to go in their career, and really, pulling out of them, what do you do now? And if you want to pivot, what else do you want to do? Like, let's find, and I tell people, I am the pivot queen, right? I woke up one day and said, I want to go in the Army. So I went in the Army, way overweight and out of shape, right? Went in and did it well. Then I said, I want to be a professor. So I go back and get a degree. Then I'm like, I want to be in mental health. So I'll go and be in mental health. Then I'm like, okay, I need to be a scrum master. Go be a scrum master. So, I'm going to own my business. So just understanding the pivot and what that looks like, and taking their skills and really, really doing something with it for themselves.
friends, of course, the link to Coach VetJet's YouTube channel is in the description of this video. Make sure that you go there, okay, and click on some links and
Yes.
get the information, the tools, the resources that you need. And then do you have a workshop coming up soon that
I
people listeners might be
do.
interested in?
Oh my goodness. I am so excited because we are going to be launching. We're going to do it right before people go back to school. We're going to do it the 25th, 26th, and 27th of July. So it's 3 days, 3-day course. You're going to get your Scrum Master certification. So you're going to get everything, all the tools, tips, and hints and everything. So that's going to be at the end of the month. And then in August, I'm going to be offering the mental health first aid as well as a QPR. So basically, you can get like 3 certifications in a 2-month time span. So yeah, and I'll
Amazing.
share that link as well.
Wonderful.
Amazing.
Okay, those links are in the description of this video. And then, as we've said, join us inside of the Exodus A.S.A.P monthly membership, especially if you want to come to our Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge that's happening the end of July, 27th through August 1st. Okay.
Mhm.
If you think that doing your own thing, right? Taking your skill set away from an employer and doing your own thing is likely your path to the things that you want for yourself, right? Whether it's moving abroad or spending months where you don't work or something. If you think that doing your own thing is the pathway and you need some sort of support, some sort of blueprint, right? You want to make sure that you're getting clients, getting money. Join us in the Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge that's happening inside of the Exodus ASAP monthly membership. Okay, you need to remember July 27th through August 1st to participate in this challenge of 2020.
Yes. And if July is, we have different themes for the month. July's theme is, where's the money coming from? Where are you going to get the money to live this dream, especially if your dream is living abroad? Because that's one of the biggest questions people have about their move abroad. How am I going to pay for this? So that's our theme for all of July. If you join in late July, because your membership will be for a month or more, depending on how long you want to stay in, you can watch the replays for all the sessions we did. So you'll have the information, right? You'll be able to see the other things we did. When Coach VETT was in our program, it wasn't just for the Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge. She also saw the other stuff going on because you have access to everything happening in the membership and all the replays from when this membership started so long ago. We celebrated our 6-month anniversary 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
and so many
6-month party.
New women with at least 9 new residencies, a couple new passports from different countries in process. So many women either already abroad in the time that they've been in the program, or have their move abroad date and everything is planned already. And it's being in free communities is great. But Stephanie mentioned earlier, our paid community is priced for people who want to take action. And being in community with people who are taking action, there's nothing that compares to that. There's nothing that replaces that. Being in community where no one's like, yeah, I'll do it next year, right? They're like, okay, so I want this Jamaican passport. What do I need to do today, right? Or like, I want to move to Peru. Who knows, blah, blah. And then someone will give you the answer. Like, that's what the community is. And that's why it's full of action takers.
I love it. That's powerful, Rashida. And can I add something to that? And part of being a Scrum Master is you can move abroad with it, right? So I've never lived out the country. So disclaimer, I've never lived out the country as a Scrum Master, but I've seen the postings abroad. So it is international and widely known in other countries, right? My big country at like probably 6 months ago was, where is it? It starts with a P. Oh, it's in Europe. Portugal, yes, Portugal, and they have one of the big summits there in Portugal, and they hire over there. Now, I don't know all the visa stuff. That's why you all are here, right, to understand the visa stuff and all that type of stuff. But there are Scrum Master positions over there, so it does transfer besides just where you are, and you'd be surprised in your company. There's probably already Scrum Masters.
That's right. Okay. Friends, everything is linked in the description of this video. Use that. Okay. Use those resources down there. It's for you. Okay. All right, VETT, thank you so much for joining us. This was delightful. I hope you enjoyed talking to us like we did.
I loved it. Oh my gosh, my dream come true.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing. It's so amazing to see your progress inside of your business, and we can't wait to see it continue to fuel your dreams, right? And we can't wait to see you actually living out those dreams. Thank you for sharing time with us and, taking time away from your life of cruises and all of that with our community.
Thank you for having me, ladies. I appreciate you and I love you so very much. I do.
We love you. Pleasure.
Yes.
Hit the like button before you go. Go ahead and hit it.
Subscribe.
And share it with a Black woman you know who would be interested in this conversation.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Bye.